Hey there, Pierre here. Remember, in one of my last videos, we've talked about how long it took me to record my last song, That Smile. So let me tell you, the production process took even longer. Here's the story. Okay, so the structure was good, the time signature was cleaned, and I even had a few tracks recorded. Okay, actually there's been a lot of tracks recorded. Guitars, voice, drums. Yeah, I recorded this. And this. And this. In this, and even a piano track that I took great pleasure to record. But like 60 or 70% of all the things I've recorded, it's been trashed the day after. Eventually, I stopped taking videos of my recording sessions because I wasn't seeing the end of the process, and I wanted to be as efficient as possible without taking care of the lights and the framing and all video related things. So sorry for that, you won't see the end of the recording sessions. I have no footage. Then came the moment to mix and master. And for these steps, I have to admit that I learned by doing, just by ear. I had no specific method. I didn't have any high-end training in a fancy sound engineering school. It was just like that. Actually, I push all the buttons for hours until I'm satisfied with the result. But with years passing by, I gotta say I push all the buttons a little faster now. So here's how I did the post-prod. Okay, so here we are in my Logic session. See all the tracks and the regions. Okay, so the first thing I do is remove the silences. So here, for example, I have a region. I want to get rid of that part. So it's really easy. You just have to hit the remove silence here after having selected the region. If it's not in your toolbar, you just right click somewhere here, customize toolbar, and check the remove silence box here. Okay, so now I have selected my region. I hit the remove silence. I don't want to mess with these settings. These are just the ones I'm comfortable with. And just move the threshold a little bit. Okay, and then I hit OK, and it does its magic. I have now two regions, and I got rid of the silence in between here. So when the silences are removed, I select all my regions and I apply a fade in and out. So here, as I had two regions selected, the fade in and outs have been applied on both regions. And I do this for every region of every track. It takes a lot of time, but it's really worth it because it prevents the plugins from having to deal with noises which you can't really hear but are still there and are useless. Then I make a rough mix just to balance the instruments, and I directly head to the master track or mix bus, and I select a preset. So here I chose modern rock. You have a lot of presets to choose from. Yeah, I took modern rock. And this directly puts already configured plugins on your track. You don't have anything to do. This is how it sounds. The heart and I'll let go. Without. I'm not scared as long as I see that smile. I don't care to grow old. She's by my side. The road may be long, but we'll be alright. I'm not scared as All right, so just to let you know, the ozone and the multimeter are here, but we'll come back to this later. And then I do the same thing for each track. I solo it and I choose a preset. So here, for example, I chose male ambient lead vocal for my vocals track. I chose a warm, warm acoustic plate for my guitar track here. And when I'm satisfied with the sound of each track, I do the same thing for each plugin on each track. Yeah, so I solo the track, I launch a preset, I hear it, then I choose another preset until I'm satisfied with the sound. Obviously, especially with the EQ and comp, I tweak them until I find the sound I have in mind. And when I'm done with all the plugins of all the tracks, I play a little bit, and this is the best part. I launch plugins I've never used, and I see if it adds something to the track, if it lights that little spark. This is how I ended with a vocal doubler from Isotope on the vocal track. Actually, it's free on their website. So here's how it sounds. Not scared as long as I see that smile. I don't care to grow old if she's by my side. The road may be long, but we'll be alright. I'm not scared as long as I see that smile. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk about reverb and delays. Obviously, you heard a lot of delay. So, usually I create a bus for a small reverb, another one for a medium reverb, and a third one for a long reverb, and another one for a delay. And I send a little bit of each track on each delay or reverb bus. All right. Now that I'm done playing, I get back to the master track, and then I launch Ozone Elements, which is also free on the site of Isotope. And again, like any other track and any other plugins, I select a preset. So here I chose Full Master, and I play a little bit with the things until I'm satisfied. And we danced, and again till the world disappeared, till we saw only each other's eyes. And we worked and we played till get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay. Till we could. Yeah, I thought there was too much compression of the previous sound, so I got rid of the limiter here, and the compressor too. I kept the multipressor, and I'm just gonna move the threshold here to -5. I'm not scared as long. Perfect. Yeah, this thing is magic. Then I launch a multimeter just to see where I am. Usually I like to be at -1 dB on the peak level and around -12 on the RMS at the loudest part of the song. I'm not scared as long as I see that smile. The road may be long, but we'll be alright. I'm not scared. All right, so now you may not be a better sound engineer, but at least you know how I did it and how to get, say, correct results just by playing with all the buttons and putting in a lot of time. All right, so I sincerely hope that you like what you've seen and heard. So please subscribe and hit the bell to get notified for future videos. Give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or remarks, or if you want to share how to really make an efficient mix, say it in the comment section. I see you in the next one. Goodbye.